Today, mariachi music is the music of Mexico. How did mariachi music become so famous? Watch to find out! Mariachi music began when three groups came together: the indigenous groups of Jalisco, Spanish invaders, and enslaved Africans. Even though we call them groups, it's important to remember that there were a lot of different communities in each of these groups. For example, you heard people say things like indigenous people of Mexico, but this group includes communities who originally spoke more than 200 languages. 500 years ago, these groups came together to create mariachi music. The violin, harps, and Spanish language came from the Spanish invaders. Indigenous cocas invented the vihuela and the guitar. Enslaved African communities contributed the rhythm. In the beginning, mariachis stayed in their small towns or pueblos in Spanish. Every pueblo had their own groups and songs. Music sounded very different in different pueblos. None of the music was written down. People learned it by listening to their families play and sing. That is why mariachi music is called folk music. Each state had their own kind of music. Jalisco had son de Jalisco. Veracruz had son jarocho. They used the harp instead of the guitarrón. Southwest Mexico had son huasteco, which used flutes. Mariachi Vargas was just one of these many mariachi groups. They were from the pueblo named Tecalitlan, in the state named Jalisco. In 1932, the Mexican president heard they won a competition in Guadalajara. He decided to invite them to his inauguration. Mexico had experienced many wars and revolutions. The Mexican president wanted to bring together all the different communities in Mexico, and he decided that making mariachi music, the music of Mexico, would be a good way to bring people together. The president asked Mariachi Vargas to change their outfits from the white cotton clothes and sandals that the people of Tecalitlan wore to the charro suits. He thought they looked more Mexican. The radio started playing Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan as the music of Mexico. They were also in more than 200 movies. They played with famous Mexican singers and actors like Pedro Infante and Vicente Fernandez. One of the members of Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan really liked Cuban music, which had a lot of trumpets. Mariachi Vargas decided to add trumpets to their group to make them sound better on the radio. Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan also started writing down their music so that other groups could learn to play like them. In 1989, a famous American country singer named Linda Ronstadt decided to learn mariachi music. Her family was from Mexico and she wanted to connect with her parents' culture. She asked Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan to play with her on her album. Ronstadt's album was famous all over the world and helped mariachi music and Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan also become famous. Linda Ronstadt helped women to enter the world of mariachi. Today, there are many all-female mariachi groups who are very famous. Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan has been around for more than 125 years. The players in the group change when someone gets old. Thousands of young musicians try out to be in Mariachi Vargas every time a spot opens up. Only the most talented musicians get the chance to play with Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan. Now you know why mariachi music is so important to Mexico and why Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan is called the best mariachi group in the world.